Are you waiting for someone?
No, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the family for the sentencing.
All right.
Judge, as you can see, I was able to detail my argument in the motion, and I believe we all know what they are. I have filed a motion for new trial on behalf of Mr. Bass. I think and believe that the strongest appellate argument is the fact that another court had denied his motion to suppress. I firmly believe that that motion should have been granted, and those statements would not have come into trial. And I have detailed out in the motion, and of course we have the proffer during trial. We have all the evidence from the motion before Judge Fernandez, and of course we have all the evidence she was given as well. The second was not being able to make arguments concerning voluntariness of defendant's statements. And the third would be all the information concerning all the other ammunition that was in the master bedroom, which of course the state's own testimony said was clearly not related. So I would ask the court to grant Mr. Bass's motion for new trial. I'm relying on the rest of what is in the motion, of course, for detail, and the other arguments that we made during trial. Thank you, Judge.
And for the record, I know that you had also indicated that you had not had a chance to respond to the state's case law. But
Yeah, did you see the email?
you did in an email, and you distinguished those
Yes, I
cases.
did. Yes, I did.
But
Thank
I
you,
think
Judge.
Judge Fernandez came to the same ruling despite that. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Terry, did you want to add anything?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The motion for new trial is denied.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. State ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, we are, Your Honor. I know some of the family members would like to come up and make a statement.
Of course. Yeah.
One first. One first. Right here, sir. Can you have that chin? Let Mike write it.
Anyone asking for these witnesses to be sworn? All right. All right, if you would, please introduce yourself and tell me what your relation is to the children in the case.
My name's Richard Romeo. I'm the uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, did you want to, you know we're here for sentencing, did you want to make a statement to the court as far as what your family feels, how this has affected you all, and what you would like to see happen?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
We just want to say good morning. First, I want to address the court and the jury and say thank you for some kind of justice for me and my family. Jay, there's no amount of time that you will be serving to make this right. The trauma that you caused will always be affected, not only for my family, but your family as well. I tossed and turned many nights, thinking, how could someone do something like this to their kids? They do not understand the joy of being a father. I guess I would never comprehend that, because being a father is the most rewarding thing I ever had to experience. Jay, you will never get the pleasure of hearing, Daddy, I love you. Daddy, Daddy, I need you, and so on and so on. I pray that that eats up at you at every night of your life, for the rest of your life, that you will never hear that again. Jay, you're a truly definition of a coward. You took your anger out on your own kids that were very defenseless. You intended to hurt my family without thinking about hurting your family as well. You're not there to comfort your family members. You're not there to do anything to make it right. You left JJ to believe that he has to be my sister's protector, when you were certainly not. JJ asked me one night, Uncle, why did this have to happen to me? I replied to him, I'm not sure. I know that you're a survivor, and you was meant to do great things. He said, why did my sister have to die? I replied to him, because she knew you needed an angel to get through this life. And when things get tough, you will ask your sister, what do I do? And she will help you find the answer. He said, you're right, Uncle Richard, because she helped me this far. Jay, you did not win, though. You lost. Not only your freedom, not only the opportunity to be a part of JJ's healing and his greatness, which he surely will be. You lost the opportunity to have that father-to-father talk, to give guidance, participate in school events, sport events, and witness those teenagers and adults first that most parents treasure. You did not succeed. You did not win. My nephew and my sister will heal and will grow and to continue to be great without you. While Jaylah's spirit is shining down on us, and we are proudly honoring her memories, you did not win, you loser. I hope that he gets the max sentencing that he could possibly get. and loving memories of my niece, Jaylah.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, does anyone else have anything they'd like to address the court with? And the sentencing is for the purpose of the court determining how this loss has affected you and your family. The sentencing is not a time for name calling and attacks on the defendant. So if that's what you're going to do when you're going to come up, you need to reevaluate that. All right? Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
If you would, please tell me your name and how you're related to the children.
Shirley Bass, mother.
Okay?
Ms. Bass, did you have a statement you wanted to make to the court regarding the sentencing in this case?
Excuse me. I just want to say thank you and
Do you need some water?
no, I'm fine, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Let us know if you do.
It's never going to be any justice for this, but I pray that we can all move forward. While our angel is looking over us all. Life as a mother and wife comes with its challenges. It's not always perfect, and each day isn't filled with sunshine. But with faith and prayer, you navigate through the ups and downs. You embrace your role as a football and cheer mom. And despite financial hardships, nothing compares to the joy of witnessing your children thrive in activities they love. You focus on their happiness, content with your daily routine of work and family life. Yet, in an instant, everything changes. Your husband and children are taken away from you, leaving you to question, how could he? How could he hurt them, putting them in harm's way, knowing he's supposed to be their protector? What could drove him to such actions? No longer is it about why, but how. How could a person choose to harm their own child? A little girl who just begun to experience the world, who started kindergarten 19 days before, and who will not lose not only her first tooth, but her entire life just 13 days later. How could you? How could you take away the life of such an innocent, joyful, promising child? How could you? She would never get to experience her first dance or celebrate her sweet 16, and she'll never become the cheerleader she was destined to be. How could you? As a mother, the thought of the experiences I wish to share with my daughter is heart-wrenching. Those moments were stolen from me by someone I trusted, who I thought I loved, in our children. Understanding that no sentence you receive could ease the pain or bring her back is a harsh reality. You think of your son, who looked up to his father, loved playing video games, and dreamt of being a football player. How could you attempt to take your own son's life? How could you? You ripped away your son's dream and deny him of a fair chance. Yet through it all, I feel blessed to witness my son's healing journey. Tears of joy filled my eyes the first time he stepped onto that field again, knowing that what he has endured. He proudly declared that he will wear the number 5 to honor his baby sister, Jaylah. In the weight of this tragedy, it is now my responsibility to ensure that my son, JJ, is protected. I am determined to create a safe and loving environment for him, one where he can thrive and continue to grow without fear. Jaylah is now with the Lord, resting in his arms. She walks with us every day. Those we love may leave us, but they remain in our hearts forever. Jaylah is deeply loved and very much missed. We cherish the 5 years we shared with her and the beautiful memories we created. She brought us the best 5 years of our life, and our heart knows the sweetness of the angel she was here on this earth. I hope that you live your best life, experience the pain, knowing what you took from this world. A bright, loving cheerleader, an awesome daughter, cousin, niece, granddaughter, and an amazing sister. How could you make the choice to end her life? Tune is JJ is a warrior. And he has an angel looking over him every day now. It's Double J forever, and Mommy loves them both. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Class.
We also have a statement, Judge, provided by Shirley's sister, Marlene.
All right.
I stand before you today with a heavy heart, with grief and a soul shattered by the loss of my beloved niece, Jaylah. At just 5 years old, her life was taken far too soon by the very person who was meant to protect her, her father. The pain of her absence is a wound that will never fully heal. I miss her laughter, the times she would call and say, "Auntie Lean, are you taking us to get ice cream?" Those simple moments were filled with joy and love. I cherish the 5 precious years we shared, and I often find myself longing for just one more hug, one more smile, one more day with her. Jaylah was just beginning to break out of her shy shell. She had recently started cheerleading, a passion that brought her so much excitement and happiness. It breaks my heart to know that she will never get to experience the joys of growing up, the milestones that every child deserves to reach. Her beautiful spirit, her laughter, and her innocence were taken away from us, leaving a void that will never be filled. I want the world to know that she was loved deeply, and that her laugh, though short, had a profound impact on all of us who were fortunate enough to know her. As we navigate this unimaginable loss, I hope that her story serves as a reminder of the importance of love, protection, and the responsibility that comes with being a parent. No child should ever have to endure such a fate, and no family should have to experience this kind of heartache. In memory of Jaylah, I ask for justice, not just for her, but for all children who deserve to live in a safe and loving environment. Thank you for allowing me to share my heart. Sincerely, Auntie Lean.
Thank you.
Judge, that's all, Your Honor. So it's the state's position, obviously, in count one, there's no choice but to give him life in prison. We would ask that he receive the maximum on all 3 charges on such a heinous crime, taking away the life of his own daughter, attempting to take the life away of his son. It was a horrible act, one of the worst, and we are asking the judge that he get the maximum, which is life in prison on all 4 counts.
All right. And did you do a guideline score sheet on those 3 counts?
We did, Judge, and I believe it's been submitted to you via email.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Did you send it to me or to the division?
I sent it to you. I can also forward it to the division if you need.
From you?
Yes, ma'am.
This defense review it?
Yes, ma'am.
We did review the score sheet, we had located some errors, and they have been fixed, and the final copy is accurate, Judge.
All right. All right, well, I'm looking for that. Defense have witnesses that,
Mr. Bass's mother, Ms. Thomas, would like to address the court.
sure?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you state and spell your name for the court reporter, please?
LaQuanza Thomas, Laquanza Thomas, Thomas.
What is your relationship to Mr. Bass?
That's my son.
Okay. And Judge Ward, what would you like to tell her this morning?
This has been a journey, always been a journey. As a mother, my son had him April 27, 1992. And a joy that it was as a young mother, raising him. And he was always a good student, smart, intelligent. He still is.
Is he an only child?
He have twin brothers, and everybody educated, everybody graduated. No one's have no charges in no schools or none of that. This is the first one. Everybody's always work. My son been working there since the age of 15. with his grandmother. Then got on his own. He always been, when he met her at the age when she was 17, he always was a provider, a protector, and a pleaser, because he was the one who was always working. And he always made sure he provided for his family. And he always made sure that no matter what, they was good, even before I was good. He went back because he wanted to be a husband, and he wanted to be able to take care of his kids. But sometimes you have to learn to separate yourself, love yourself more. Because sometimes you will be on a journey and that you can't see because you're not used to it, because it's your first love. You didn't have all those experiences. And as a mother, I couldn't give you of who you was gonna love and end up with, and what journey you would have had to go on. But I'm always here. And one thing about it, all the men is at the cruise ship because he was a welder building cruises. His last job. They know what everyone said, nothing but good things about you. You hold your head up. I don't know, I still don't know the answer. I don't know why. I don't know none of that. But one thing that I will say, if it happened, if you did do it, it's a crime of passion. Because of the stories that I know, and they say, why? Why he called his mother? Because I'm always that mother that's gonna be there, that I'm gonna come. Mama have the answers. That's what my kids know. And maybe I went and did protect them too much. My kids work and they be at home playing the game, even at this age. But maybe I don't know how to stop a little bit. But I love my grandkids, because I'm just like I was about my sons. I was that grandmother. If nobody else was there, I was there. I made it happen. So you hold your head up. I love you, and I'm on this journey with you, because I know if you did this, it was a crime of passion. Not nothing else. And I thank you all.
Thank you for being here. Anything else?
Nothing else on behalf of the defense in terms of witnesses. Mr. Bass is not going to make a statement here this morning.
Mr. Bass does not want to be heard.
No, Your Honor.
Is that correct? Do you need a second with them?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
All right.
Judge, did the email come through? I have a bit left to either.
Thank you for the time. Mr. Bass is going to make a brief statement.
All right.
Your Honor, growing up for me as a child, it's been tough. I was raised in a single parent home till about the age of 10 with my cousin that my mom adopted. And we had good times. We had some bad times. I've always gone to school. I've always had good grades. Like my mom stated, I've always worked. I graduated from Hillsborough High School. I'm a good person. I've worked. I've always provided for my family. I've always been a good spirit, a good cheer. I was always the favorite cousin, the favorite brother, the one who was, some people may say, the privileged one. I made sure that my family had the best. I always strive for the best. I moved my family out of Tampa to the Gibson area, a 2-story home, to provide for them, to make sure we had the best life in a nice subdivision. All those things I lost on this journey, but I did everything in my power to redeem myself and try to make things better. I love my son. I made sure that when he was going through his speech issues, I gave him a tutor. I made sure I put him on that football field. I made sure that no matter the cost for the elite cheerleading, I made sure that my daughter was able to go, no matter what was the circumstances or hardships that my family had to face. I made sure to try to come up with some type of resolution to get them to find a way out for them so they can have a nice life as a father and as a husband with my wife, since we were like high school sweethearts. And we've been together, and she will always be my one heart, one love, one mind. Regardless of the circumstances on how anyone feels or what they may accuse me of, I know the outcome. I just want to say, out of hardship comes relief. And I hope that my family and her family, they find some type of peace. And I know that it may be difficult because the accident, but I hope that God guides them and give them strength as the same strength that He's given me, and the courage and the protection from all evil. And also, I know that God has a plan for everything, and I know He works in mysterious ways. But in the end, I know God will always watch over me. La ilaha illallah. I got nothing else to say, Your Honor.
And the accident that you're referring to is the death of your children in that statement? That's what you're referring to as the accident?
Yes.
Anything else from either side?
Your Honor, of course, has no discretion as to count one. The defense is asking that you take into consideration the lack of criminal history. Mr. Bass's statements about being a good provider and a good father are actually true. We took a deposition of Ms. Bass. She indicated all of that. He was a loving father, took care of his children, participated in their school. He was a loving husband, provided for his family. I don't think anybody understands to this day why this happened, just like echoing the comments of Mr. Thierry in opening statement, why. So at this time, Your Honor, I am asking that you run counts 2, 3, and 4 concurrent to count 1. And I would just ask my co-counsel if I missed anything. That's all we have. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, come up.
And Judge, we have calculated the credit, and the clerk has the same calculation we do, and it is 917 days.
917?
Yes, ma'am.
State requesting cost of prosecution,
Yes, Your Honor.
and any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And on count 2, there's a 25-year min-man,
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
and on count 3, there's a 20-year minimum mandatory.
I think it's the same, Judge. It's the same.
Is it?
I believe they're both 25 years.
Discharged with great bodily harm. All right. All right, based on the jury's verdict, Mr. Bass, on counts 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're adjudicated guilty, sentenced to life in Florida State Prison. Counts 1, 2, 3, and 4 each carry a 25-year minimum mandatory sentence. Count 1 is life without possibility of parole. That's for the first-degree murder of Jaylah Bass. Impose all mandatory costs as a lien against you. That includes the $150 for the cost of prosecution. You have credit for 917 days. Is that your understanding of your credit time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All the counts are to run concurrent. All the minimum mandatories are to run concurrent. Any questions about this sentence? You have 30 days to appeal the verdict of the jury and the judgment of the court. If you cannot afford the services of an attorney for the purposes of appeal, one will be appointed for you. I know the Office of the Public Defender will perfect the appellate paperwork before they withdraw from representation.
And Judge, may we send you an order today appointing us?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Did you get the motion for me?
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We got to talk about true crime.